no threat whatsoever to the Jewish community from these marches. In fact, they are attended by thousands of Jewish people, often in a bloc, in the Jewish bloc, who disapprove of the actions of the government and disapprove of the actions of the state of Israel. So there isn't just one opinion in the Jewish community here. There are Jews, as there are in every community, with a different set of opinions, and many of them come on our march and, of course, are completely safe, which they wouldn't be if these were anti-Semitic marches, of course.
Well, but we're speaking against the backdrop of, while these marches have been going on for weeks and months, against the backdrop of arson attacks, stabbings, murders. What Sir Michael Ellis, former Attorney General, was saying there is that the cumulative effect on the Jewish community and the society's response to the Jewish community, it just needs to stop. There needs to be a circuit break.
Well, and the problem with this kind of analysis is that it acts as if there's a causal relationship between the demonstrations and the attacks on Jewish people. But as we now know from the background of the person who committed this latest obscenity in Golders Green, actually the connection is that they were mentally ill, that they were in the Prevent programme. That very morning they'd attacked a Muslim man, which isn't as part of the news cycle, unfortunately, because it would frame it rather differently. There is a failure in the Prevent programme. There is a failure to protect people from these kind of individuals, but these kind of individuals are not attached to the Palestine movement. They are not attached to the marches. There's no evidence that they've ever seen a march, let alone been on one, or that the organisers would for a second condone it. So this connection is completely fallacious. And what the Prime Minister and others are doing is weaponising and instrumentalising claims of anti-Semitism to try and marginalise and defeat their political opponents. Keir Starmer's premiership is tanking, and it's tanking partly over its handling of the Palestine issue. And he's lost elections, 5 independent MPs elected primarily on the Palestine issue at the last general election. He's going to lose thousands of councillors, possibly and definitely related to this issue. And he should stand back and think whether it is a sensible use of his office to use claims of anti-Semitism against people who are absolutely not anti-Semitic, but are indeed anti-racist, and try and lever himself out of a political problem by blaming us.